the market at the moment is tough. Article 4 around Greater Manchester has hit us hard. What a nightmare this project has been. I'm not saying that that wouldn't work at all in this market, but... So we're just at one of the projects. We've only just started this one last week. The rip-out team are currently in. We just come to shoot some content for the Instagram, but we can't even get in. We can get in, but look, looks like a bomb has gone off. But this one is going to be private market for some friends of ours. There's going to be a new door in here, and then there's going to be a small extension on the back to extend what was the kitchen into like a bigger bedroom, and then there's going to be an L-shaped dormer on the back. Obviously it's full force in there at the moment. Look, full of crap. So we won't be going in there today, but we will be showing you around some sites, give you some updates. We'll be slacked a little bit on the socials at the minute, so we'll keep you updated and show you around the sites, give you some updates, what's gone wrong, what's gone well. We're back, YouTube, at Lyra Street. So obviously it's a little bit flooded now. So this is 1 week on. So obviously they've done the rip out. The lads are in the back there. We've done a new opening in, there was a window here before. So they're just starting the foundations out there. Well, the foundations have been laid. They're just starting doing the block. We had a problem out there with, what did we have a problem out there with? The foundations. When we dug down, the ground cracked and we had to pile it, which was obviously unforeseen. So up here, they've obviously took the ceilings out, they've lowered them, and we're re-putting these in. Once this is in, then this floor's going to go, and there's going to be another floor underneath, a bit lower down. And then a dormer's going to be going on up there as well. The chimneys have come out. They've got gallows brackets on rather than taking them from the roof. The neighbour next door said he didn't want his chimney taken out, so we've just got to work with it. So that's why we've put it that way rather than dropping it from the roof. Because usually what we do is just ask the neighbour if we can take it down and then patch their side of the roof. 90% of the time they do agree. But yeah, this is Project Lyra. Keep posted. So we're at the Project Sal. This is our 8-bed project for one of our clients. What a nightmare this project has been, because we've been having a problem with building control back and forth in. Even though we submitted drawings over to them, like look, this is just an example of one of the build-ups. So obviously the wall itself, all the insulation, it's a crazy build-up. Same with this wall, like look how big the build-up is. Obviously with all the insulation and all the different types of boarding that's gone on it, it's just unbelievable. One of the positives though are we have got it signed off now and she is happy, so it's getting ready to plaster. But then once it's plastered it'll be fine, but it has actually made the property a little bit better. So on the plus side, it's been annoying because it took us ages to get it over the line and it's put the project back, but it has actually improved the build, because like obviously you won't be able to tell over the video, but when you go into the rooms, because of the acoustic build-up, it's actually really silent in each individual room, which is great. And then this here, look up there, the biggest AOV in the world. So what the AOV does is if the fire alarm gets hit, so these points, when the fire alarm gets hit or goes off, that will automatically open. So what that'll do is it will suck all the air out of the fire escape route to make sure that obviously there's not the smoke's to a minimal. But yeah, because this got delayed, our plasterer was on another job rather than this job, so now it's been pushed back an extra week. So yeah, like look at these boards, crazy. But yeah, at least we've done it now. We're on the up. We're ready to get plastering, and then it's going to start taking shape. So yeah, on to the next project. So we're just going to another project that we've just started. This is going to be a 5-bed, 5-bath. This is one that we sourced for a client as well. It was a direct to vendor lead, this one. One of our lads posted a letter the owner got back to us, and obviously we bought it. So this is a little bit further ahead, because again, I've been slow at filming. Best of boys. Bit of Polish techno. Chatting, you alright? You good?
Yeah, fine.
So yeah, with this one, it's been completely opened up. So we put steels in here, steels in there, steels in there, and then steels in the other side. This is going to be 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms down here, and obviously a kitchen communal area. And then upstairs, completely opened up. So this is going to be bedroom with an ensuite. And then here is going to be a bedroom with an ensuite. That's not very safe. And then through here is going to be, the entrance is going to come to here, into the bedroom. Then it's going to be an ensuite in the corner, and then an off-suite here for the smaller bedroom downstairs, just to utilise the space a little bit better. So yeah, this is it. Getting some drop ceilings. And then obviously the lads downstairs that we just seen, they're the doing all the tin. So this one, I think we're 3 weeks on this one so far. So yeah, so a little update on what we've been doing. Obviously we've just gone around a few sites and whatnot. The market at the moment is tough. Article 4 around Greater Manchester has hit us hard and hit investors hard as well. So for people that didn't know what Article 4 is, to be able to turn a house into a HMO, you have something called permitted development rights. When a council brings in Article 4, that takes away them permitted development rights. It doesn't automatically mean that there's no HMOs going in that area now, but it just means that there's more planning involved. Well, there is planning involved. So it just slows the market down, and it takes out a lot of investors that aren't willing to do the risk of going down the planning route. But then also what you have with like the smaller HMOs is that a lot of people you're buying the properties off are just like average Joes on the property market. So whether it be a property that they have inherited from a family member, or they're selling their house because they're moving, or whatever it may be, usually with like a commercial building, you would get an option agreement on it where you would offer a certain amount and then go through the planning, and if you get the planning you purchase. If you don't get the planning, then you can obviously walk away. I'm not saying that that wouldn't work at all in this market, but you're making the pool smaller anyway, because a lot of people just want to sell the house. They don't want to wait for it potentially to fall through. So they're going to become more few and far between. What we're doing as a business is we have started pushing a lot of buy-to-lets at the moment, but then also what we're doing is we're contacting a lot of HMOs within Article 4 areas. So obviously with HMO market, it's very competitive. Obviously recently you've seen the finishes that we're doing on the HMOs. You've got to have a top-notch HMO to be able to get them top rents, which after 6-7 years, no matter how nice your HMO was when you first refurbed it, it's going to start looking dated, and the style as well is going to start looking dated. So there is a lot of HMOs out there which need a spruce. A lot of landlords leaving the market, so we're there to pick the market up. And then also we're focusing on client work where they're obviously gone through the planning process. So building things out for clients which has already got planning. So yeah, that's a little update on where we're at, what we're doing. So follow the next video for what we're up to.